Hello, this is Nick at Inclined. Today we're going to look at how we can manage page layouts using the in-place page editor. So in the last video we looked at how to add content to the site and how to manage basic pages. Today I'm going to show you how you can actually continue to do that, but in a different way. If you notice, once you're logged into the site, you'll see actually at the bottom of the page this time there'll be a customize page button and a change layout button. What this allows you to do is the customize this page button will allow you to edit the content while remaining on the front end of the site. So considering that if we wanted to say change the body content, of course we could always use the edit button at the top, but if you just want to do making changes from the front end, you can go to customize this page, and then the gear icons that will allow you to adjust the settings. Delete obviously is going to remove this block from the page. We don't want to do that. So if we go and click the edit button, what we'll see is we can edit all the content here, and all of our changes will automatically show up in this preview box on the right. And once you have your changes the way you want them, you can hit continue, and it'll just give you one last preview to make sure everything is cool. As long as everything's alright, you can click finish, and the changes are now made, and you'll want to make sure you click save as custom. So that's one way you can manage the content of a page from the front end. But also we have the option to change layouts too. All the content pages use a standard layout that's predefined, but as we can see, we have a lot of different options as far as different layouts that we could use. So depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you may want to use one or more of these templates, depending. To clarify, you can only use one template per page, but depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you might need one or another. So to do this, we simply choose whichever layout we're looking for, and these icons are just a visual representation of the different areas you'll have to edit. I'm going to use this grid layout right here, and what it's going to do, it's going to ask us a couple things. The page previously was using this layout, which only had a sidebar and a main content area. And so what it's asking us right now is which columns do you want to put those items into for the new template. So right now, if we save it, the sidebar and main content area will be in the header, which isn't exactly what we want, I don't think. So we can drag these around. And so now we can have, we'll have this layout, and we moved our content into different sections. And let's see what happens there. Okay, so from the front end here, this doesn't seem like too much has changed, but if we go to customize this page again, we can now see all the blue areas. Those are different regions. And so you could add content to each one of these different blocks, and it'll kind of create a grid layout. This would be useful if you had a page, maybe you wanted to put a grid of videos in here, or just have a page with maybe 3 columns of text. And you can add in content to any region just by using the plus buttons. So if we wanted to say add a video to the 3rd row column, I could click plus on there, and then we have different content we can add: text, images, files, maps, tables, and then the options at the top reference existing content, be it pages or blocks or menus or whatever it may be. For this example, we'll just add in a block of text and give this title if we want a title to appear. This is an optional thing. It will appear actually in the content, so if you don't want a large header on top of your content, you can leave that blank. You also have the option of making an item reusable, so you don't have to recreate this if you want to put it in a different section on the site. And the admin title would be required if that's what you wanted to do. So we filled out the content here. We can see the preview box is updated. We'll hit save, and now our content's in here. If we hit save again, so pretty easily we just took a standard page and we moved around some of the elements. We added a new text block, and we learned how we can change layouts and how to use the in-place page editor. And we may review some more specific topics as far as the in-place editor. Maybe reviewing what exactly how to use all the different widgets in here. But for the time being, this should be plenty to get you guys started customizing pages, adding content, things like that. So feel free to customize any page. And I will also add this one last bit of information in. If you did say like what we just did here, how we customize this page and we're looking at it, if we ever decide, I don't really like this like the way it is right now, I want it back to the default, the way it used to be. Once you customize a page, you can revert it. So if I revert this, what it's going to do, if I'm not mistaken, it should remove our custom block that we added, and it's going to completely revert everything back to the way it was. So once it's been reverted, you hit refresh, and now it's reverted. One thing to point out, when you revert it, it's not going to, if you make a change to the content on the page, I don't think it updates that. So we removed a paragraph earlier, and that change should still be applied. It's only the custom blocks that you add to the page that will be removed. So in this example, we added a third block to the third column on the right, and since that block was a custom block that we manually added to this page, when we revert it, it will remove that. So by default, the only thing that would show on this page would be the image and the body content from the page, and of course the page title. So that's how you can do the in-place editor and how you can change your layouts. Thank you for watching.